In this example, we're going to be taking a look at the Scorpion tank and how they managed to get both the anti-infantry turret and the actual tank cannon to work. First up, we have the anti-infantry turret. The anti-infantry turret is actually placed on the main model in Guerrilla. Here we have the main Scorpion model. We are going to scroll down. We see objects that are attached. Anti-infantry turret is marked at parent marker anti-infantry turret. Right here is the anti-infantry marker. And the actual turret cannon itself is set to turret. You can see the turret marker right here. We're going to start off by adding a plasma turret to the hover form. In here we have our rear turret marker for the hover form, because I planned on putting a turret on this. Going into the hover form model file, we're going to add an object to the main variant. We're going to have the marker for the rear turret. We have the marker as the rear turret, and then we are adding the plasma cannon vehicle. We're just going to save that. Come in here, and now it's actually here. So you can operate it. It'll still be attached to the vehicle. It has its own vehicle properties. So this has to have its own separate vehicle file for it to actually work, and then you just attach it in the model object file. Next, we're going to add a phantom chin gun for the gunner. In the turret cannon vehicle, we are going to be scrolling down. Let's see, we have the attachment. Widgets are small little things that can also be attached to objects. So for example, we have two markers here, short antenna, medium antenna. These are those little antennas that are active when you're moving the cannon around. Those widgets are actually widgets on the widget block in the vehicle for the cannon itself. So it's just added right there. In order to actually have the cannon shoot, we have the marker as controlled by parent's gunner and parent's primary weapon, so that whenever they click the trigger in the vehicle, this is what's going to shoot. And all that's attached to this is the actual weapon properties itself, the turret cannon. If we were to go into the antenna tag itself, we'll actually see what it is. So it's just pretty much a bitmap. It's got point physics, got vertices, and it has the marker name of where it is. So medium antenna is where that will be. Now let's go into the cannon turret to see those properties. So one of the biggest parts you're going to want to make sure is extension of parent for the actual turret weapon. The only other main thing of note is it uses the weapon's origin in here when it actually shoots, and then these are the fire settings, as well as the actual tank projectile. In order to create a similar effect, we're gonna just create a new vehicle itself. So we're just gonna create a new vehicle. We're gonna do extension of parent. We'll give this a small little bounding radius. Inner size, we'll do small. So in this, we're gonna do circular aiming, controlled by gunner and parent's primary weapon. Coming back down, we are going to actually add in a weapon. In this case, I'm just going to use the phantom turret since it's easier and saves time. And since we're not going to have a boarding seat necessarily for this gun or this vehicle, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to want to make sure you actually have the chin gun model linked as well, since we're going to be testing this out. Alright, so one of the most crucial steps to all of this is in the actual main vehicle file, you need to make sure the driver is also the gunner. Otherwise, they won't be able to actually shoot the actual weapon. That should be enough of the main settings in order to save this, so we can save this as... So we're going to save this as hoverform turret main vehicle in the hoverform file. Going into the hoverform file, we're going to duplicate this. We're going to redo this to objects, vehicles, hoverform turret main. Then for the marker, here we have driver turret marker. We're going to use that for the turret. Now that we have this all set up, we should be able to just reload it and have it work. So going back in, we have that set up now. So we should be able to test it out again. And as you can see, now it actually works. It doesn't have the sound because I didn't add the sound as a function, but if you wanted to, you could easily add that in. I hope this video helped you guys out in figuring out how to attach both, turrets and different types of turrets to your vehicles. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for the next one. If you want to stay on the loop, you can always join my Discord server. There's been a lot of work done to it since I first started. All of my progress updates usually are put out on there. If you'd like to support this channel, consider becoming a Patreon member. I'm always uploading things as often as I can. I'm only going to be doing progress updates pretty soon, but I'm going to stick to once a month for the main YouTube channel, and then I'll try to do a little bit more for Patreon. So there's a lot to look forward to, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.